Hey, so do you want to see an awesome sim racing story from this year? One guy from South America has managed to build a better drag racing sim than the official NHRA game. This is called Bounty Drag Racing by KOD Games, and he's been pestering me for a few months to try it, but I've been busy with work stuff. I finally tried it tonight. This is fucking incredible. Also, it's actually free right now on Steam. You just have to add it to your wishlist and request access to the beta, and you're immediately granted access to the beta. There are 15 different car models already. There's eighth mile, quarter mile, and even sand drag racing. A lot of the door cars have different engine configurations, so if you want to run a blower car, a nitrous car, or a turbocharged car like I'm doing here, you actually can. You can spawn your car either in the pit area or in the staging lines, and you physically have to drive through the staging lanes into the burnout box and manually stage the car yourself. The car performance is actually realistic. Every ET I ran playing this game tonight for about 4 hours, I never ran something that was unnatural for a Pro Mod car. There's also detailed mechanical damage. Yes, you can blow up your car during a run. You can also overpower the track, and wheel speed actually matters. Oh, and the entire game is online. Oh no, we can't see. Oh no.
I think it's becoming nighttime, bro.
It's becoming nighttime because I turned that shit on, but I don't think this track has lights, does it?
Oh,
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does!
See if it actually like pulls up there. Wow, it does. Okay. You don't need to keep it up there. I just wanted to see if it actually pulled up while you were racing.
Oh yeah.
I can't see shit, Captain. .580. I cannot see in the shutdown
5.6
area.
with a 1.9. Oh my god, around 5.6 with a 1. At 260, almost 261 miles an hour.
Every time you load into a track, it's an online server, and the game is technically open world. There's no menu to queue up for a race. You have to just spawn your car and drive either from the pit area or the staging lanes, you can pick where you spawn, to the actual strip, manually do a burnout yourself, and manually stage the car yourself. The host can also toggle whether the tree is set to buy runs or head-to-head runs, so there's no fuckery of having to constantly back in and out of servers. If your buddies are busy doing solo test runs and then suddenly you want to race each other for a few rounds, it's literally one button. You basically hit one button, the timing and scoring automatically update, and then the tree automatically knows that, hey, I gotta wait for 2 cars to enter the pre-stage beams before I actually activate now. The driving views are all pretty good. The trackside cameras are all pretty good, as you can see here. There's already, as I said, a really decent variety of cars. There's, I think, 3 or 4 Pro Mod bodies, again, with all the relevant engine configurations. There's a couple of Pro Import cars. I think there's 3 bodies of Cavalier, as well as an RX-8. The scoring towers actually work, as you'll see here, which makes it really cool, again, for spectators. The parachutes deploy when the cars cross the finish line. The attention to detail in this game is just completely absurd. In my review of NHRA Speed for All, I noted that the tuning options were just bizarre. I mean, the game had front downforce on a funny car. Not here. RPM management, ignition timing management, transmission management, drivetrain and suspension options, which again, kind of important on door cars, and even a data logger. This dude built Race Pack into his little drag racing sim. Oh, and he even built setup tooltips because not many people are going to know what the fuck they're doing with this game because it's drag racing. Take a look at this. The pit area is detailed. You have your own pit crew and your own tent that you bought from Walmart. And you can even change in the server where your pit stall is. That's the change pits button. So if someone called you a naughty word in the chat and he was pitted next to you, you can move away from him. Oh yeah, and there's in-game chat too, something that Project Cars 3 didn't have. Again, changing the Christmas tree between solo runs and head-to-head runs is one button. You don't need Content Manager for a day-night cycle. It's just a button inside the lobby and you can turn it on at any given time. As the pause buttons imply, you can choose to just spawn the staging lanes or you can warp back to your pits and drive out from the pit stall again. You can drive from your pit stall, do a burnout by yourself, stage the car by yourself, run the race, drive back down the return road, and park back in your pit stall. Why? Because it's cool. And then you can get out of your car and watch someone else run a race from the spectator cams. This is all from one dude messing around in Unity and kind of being a big drag racing fan. It's completely ridiculous. You can race by yourself. You can race your friends. It has steering wheel support. It has stuff like dead zone and steering rate adjustments. The one thing it does not have is default setups. You will have to figure this out on your own because by default, all the gear ratios are just 2. The setup values are all placeholder. I will get you started, don't worry. This is what I'm running. It's not perfect. Tyler went a little bit quicker than me in the blown car. I think I was in the 570s, whereas Tyler hit the 560s, but either way, realistic times. That's a good thing. This is an incredible piece of software, period. And it's free, and you can go race your friends in it right now, and it's drag racing role-playing, and quite possibly the most realistic drag racing game ever made.